Today's epistle lesson is Acts 2 verses 22 to 32. Men of Israel, listen to these words. Jesus the Nazarene, a man attested to you by God with miracles and wonders and signs which God performed through him in your midst, just as you yourselves know this man, delivered over by the predetermined plan and foreknowledge of God, you nailed to a cross by the hands of godless men and put him to death. But God raised him up again, putting an end to the agony of death, since it was impossible for him to be held in its power. For David says of him, I saw the Lord always in my presence, for he is at my right hand, so that I will not be shaken. Therefore my heart was glad and my tongue exulted. Moreover my flesh also will live in hope, because you will not abandon my soul to Hades, nor allow your Holy One to undergo decay. You have made known to me the ways of life, you will make me full of gladness with your presence. Brethren, I may confidently say to you regarding the patriarch David that he both died and was buried, and his tomb is with us to this day. And so, because he was a prophet and knew that God had sworn to him with an oath to seat one of his descendants on his throne, he looked ahead and spoke of the resurrection of the Christ, that he was neither abandoned to Hades, nor did his flesh suffer decay. This Jesus God raised up again, to which we are all witnesses. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God.
Friends at the Episcopal Church asked us to pray for a beloved minister who reported having a cold and then died suddenly at the beginning of March. She had been serving in Japan. This was one of 5 similar deaths. Our prayer breakfast group prayed. I went home and started to acquire software, allowing me to make videos on my PC. In the middle of March, our schools and church services closed to the COVID-19 virus. Humor Sunday still looked like a safe distance into the future, and I settled on usable, affordable software, just in case. The week before Palm Sunday, I realized I'd have to rethink the plans for Humor Sunday. I had volunteered to be a liturgist that week. Perhaps I could send Pastor Pam a video clip with me saying, Hi, welcome to Alden Presbyterian Church. This is the day the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. I lost the sound and my webcam froze. Needless to say, I am happy to be able to post this video 2 weeks later. While struggling with tech issues, Paul's letters recorded on a CD play through my loudspeakers. I'm still taking classes at Regent University, and this semester the course is on Paul. Most scholars agree that the central theme of Paul's epistles is that justification by God comes from God's grace. After listening to all Paul's letters a few times, I want to counter that Paul's purpose behind his letters was to talk his audience into loving one another, just like Jesus instructed. The Greco-Roman world was stacked against Paul and his message of one loving God and the good news of salvation for all. Both the Romans and Greeks were ultra-religious. Nothing happened anywhere without consulting the gods. We saw in a market or participate in a local government required burning incense to the local deity. Explaining you only believed in a single God was outrageous. Why would anyone risk angering the gods? Please close this video and click on the next link and press play to continue this service.